The first club festival is about to be on, and I am super excited. I hope you guys leveled up your strength and mind type characters because they are going to have the advantage in this event. You are going to be able to work with your club members to get new items like limit breaker UR fragments and stuff like that, which have been in the game before. It's going to be a hero lottery system like we've seen before, but then here's the kicker. Here's the new thing that's really cool to me is we are going to be able to get titles, and I think these are some of the titles right here. I don't know if they're going to be more varied or more specific or random titles than this, but for now we at least know we get like first club fest first place, first club fest second place, first club fest third place, so on and so forth. So you will be able to get titles, which is very cool in my opinion. And of course, if you're in my club, we are going to be aiming to get a title if we can. Additionally, with the club festival, the stages reset every day. Try them out daily to get new rewards. I believe this means each person has a set amount of tries they can do because they want everybody from the club participating, because if just one person was able to farm the event over and over and over again, right, you could just carry your club, but I don't think they want that. I think they want cohesiveness. I think they want people working together, and so I do think that stages are going to be limited on how many tries you get per day, so keep that in mind with club festival. Besides that, there are going to be individual and club ranks. So you can see right here, club rank number 4. You guys will finally be able to see where your club is ranked at compared to other clubs. Additionally, you'll be able to get your own individual ranking within your club, which is really cool. And I think you're going to be able to get rewards for both the club rewards and the individual rewards, so that'll be really nice as well. In addition to that, there are going to be raffle tickets. These raffle tickets are basically just hero lottery exchange tickets, right? And you're going to be able to exchange them for the hero lottery stuff that we mentioned before. Following that, this part's really cool. You can use stage skips to take on stronger foes and gain more style. Style is like the currency for club festivals, right? So, you know, I will be using a stage skip on the lower stages. I believe that's how this works, to take on the higher difficulty stages. So that'll be really cool as well. We'll have to see how the stage skip ends up working out in game, but that's interesting. And I'm interested to see how that ends up actually working out. Lastly, we have here, looks like you're stuck. No worries though. Try again with a club members team. That's right. You guys will be able to use other club members teams. So anyone who is in my club will be able to use my team, which is so sick, and then I will be able to use their teams, which is also very cool. And you can see the different amounts of style here. I don't know how style works, if it's going to be like the same thing as battle power or whatnot, but it looks like style is replacing battle power here, so that you can have 1 million style points, however that's going to end up working out. And it looks like SR characters are going to be usable here as well, which is interesting because I thought it was mainly going to be like you need really strong UR characters, but they're advertising SR characters right here, so it'll be interesting to see with the club festival. Like, all that is super hype. And besides the club festival, we also have some other big news on a highly anticipated character coming to the game, but we'll get to that just here in a second. There is one more thing with the club festival I want to talk with you guys, and that is the start and end date. So starts on Monday, June 12th, 2023 at 10 p.m. That is tonight. At the time of recording this video, it is 7 o'clock, so that will be starting very soon. It's going to end on Thursday, June 22nd, 2023 at 10:59. So we have like quite a bit of time to be participating in this club festival. Make sure you guys are participating in it, and then you can see the results and close by dates as well right here. So make sure you pause the video, take a look at that if you need to. Additionally, let's talk a little bit about the stage rules for characters and opponents. This is also very important for when you guys get into the club festival. So for the stage rules for characters, this means your characters, your allies, increases characters' critical hit rate by 10% for 3 turns every time character's HP is restored. So every time you're restoring HP, you're increasing your crit rate. Character's defense decreases by 10% after receiving 2 critical attacks up to 5 times. So be careful not to receive critical attacks because you'll lose defense. Increases character's critical skill impact by 30% if the character is a strength type character. That's why you want to bring a strength type character, because it's going to make your character stronger. Regenerates character's HP by 3% for 10 turns if character is a mind type character. 3% might not seem like a lot, but it's for 10 turns. And that could stack essentially. Like, that's so good. Stack that with your other healing, you know, that you're already getting from your characters, and that could be really good, right? So you want to be running mind and strength type characters to get those full benefits and bonuses. For the stage rules, or what the opponent is going to have, the opponent is going to increase critical hit rate by 10% for 3 turns every time character's HP is restored. So you don't want them restoring HP basically, because they'll get more crit rate. Character's defense decreases by 10% after character receives 2 critical attacks up to 5 times. Reduces burning and bleeding damage character receives by 90%. Okay, so don't bring burning and bleeding characters because they're not going to do anything. Also increases characters' resistances 20% to each to confusion, paralysis, binding, freezing, fear, and stun when they are affected by these status elements. So at the beginning of the battle, it'll be easier to land your status elements. Towards the end of the battle, they will probably rarely land. So keep that in mind when you guys are using status element characters and taking on this event. That is everything for Club Festival. Now let's talk about the new other stuff that is coming to the game. First off, we have a new super bargain coming to the game, to the shop. We have the UR character and memory recruit tickets now on sale. I do think these have some value. It just depends on what's going to be featured on their banners, of course. So take a look at that when they do come out in game. See if there's any characters you need or want, and see if it's worth buying for yourself. You know, they're not always necessarily worth it, but it's really not a terrible deal. Besides that, we are getting a new event. This I am super excited for. Probably more hype for this than the anniversary. I will be doing an anniversary review video as well, so make sure you check that out when it comes out. But I am so excited for this double-sided encounter with the past. We have a Lady Nagant event, and of course she is boosted. If you get her, you can get the boosted drop items and so on and so forth. We have a new event memory, and we have all these other things. Of course, this is going to be a shop event, and so let's go ahead and take a look at the new event memory. The new event memory is called Carry Out the Task, featuring Lady Nagant. Like the art, amazing, always so good, right? Increases character skill impact by 20% if there are any villains on the team. After receiving an attack from a hero, increases character's power by 5% up to 6 times, and defense by 5% up to 6 times. I don't really know how good this memory is going to be. It's interesting that we have, you know, the stacking that can be up to 6 times, and 5% isn't a lot, but by the time it fully stacks, it might be decent. So for a free-to-play memory, I'm not going to say you need multiple copies, but it is fairly decent free-to-play memory, and you are going to want to fully DX this if you can. Like, it's a decent free-to-play memory, I think. Next, we have the summonable memory, Don't Apologize. It's so cute with Eri and Miria. Like, it's so cute, right? If there are any female characters on the team, reduces damage to character by 10% and increases character's defense by 25% for 3 turns. That's a lot of damage reduction, right? Also restores character's HP by 60% when HP is below 30% up to 1 time. That is a really decent SR memory that gives you defense and also heals you. Like, that would be good on a tank. So it's honestly a pretty good defensive memory when it comes to SR memories. That is actually worth getting and worth having for your defensive characters. And of course, the art is sick. Next, we have the new UR memory, You're Going to Make It Back. When equipped by a villain, increases character's power by 35% and speed by 35%, reduces burning and bleeding damage to character by 30%, and gives character resistance to binding and bleeding. Also gives character the ability to evade 1 time when HP is below 50% up to 1 time. Art team, once again, killing it. Love the art, but this memory itself, I am going to say, not the best memory, because, you know, it does a lot of different things. It does speed, it does power, it reduces bleeding and burning damage, right? It gives you the ability to evade, but I wouldn't say it does any one of those things particularly well, right? There are other memories that give you more power than this. There's other memories that give you a lot more speed than this, you know. The burning and bleeding, I would say, probably is kind of unique to this. It's going to give you quite a bit more burning and bleeding reduction damage, so that's actually fairly decent. But then other than that, the evasion and stuff is just not that great. So it's a memory that has a lot of stuff, but overall isn't great for any one particular thing, in my opinion. I don't know if it's necessarily worth having unless we run into a stage where, you know, burning and bleeding are just destroying our teams, which could happen somewhere down the line. But as of right now, not a super useful memory. Last but not least for this video, we have Lady Nagant. I am so excited for this character. Recently in the Discord, I had people design Lady Nagant kits, and needless to say, everyone wanted her to explode because, you know, what happens to her. But unfortunately, they did not make her explode, but they did do something that at the time I said I thought would be too overpowered, and they have given her both piercing shot and bullseye on pretty much every skill, which is a little bit ridiculous. Like, it's actually insane how good her kit is. So let's take a look at it. Her plus ultra deals 650% damage to a single opponent. It is called Stepping Snipe. When character has bullseye, this skill gains piercing shot and cancels the opponent's temporary last stand. So last stands don't matter. That's crazy. Also gives character bullseye for 4 turns when character's bind resistance is increased. Okay, so she's going to have bullseye and she's going to have piercing shot, which is insane. And then you know how the new Fest Deku has last stands? Those don't matter anymore. Fest Deku is going to get clapped by this character, and he is type disadvantage to her. Like, they just released this Fest character, he's already getting clapped. Her first action skill: one shot, one bullseye, deals 425% damage to a single opponent. This skill gains piercing shot if character has bullseye, decreases the opponent's power by 25% for 3 turns, and decreases the opponent's speed by 40% for 3 turns. That's a lot of speed decrease. Also increases character's plus ultra gauge by 25%. So this counts as a technical hit as well. When you decrease their power and speed, it increases your plus ultra gauge. This will be pretty decent, honestly, when it comes to VE tower as well. When it comes to PvP, her whole kit in general is single targeted PvP. Like, I don't know how well that's going to work when we have so many multi-target units. We'll have to see how good she actually ends up being in PvP. I don't know if she's going to be all that great just because everything on her kit is single targeted, but I think the fact that she has both bullseye and pierce might help put her into the meta. But I'm not going to promise you guys anything right now because I don't necessarily think she's going to be meta, but I do think she's going to be decent in PvP and a decent choice. We'll have to see when she actually gets in game. Action skill 2 deals 400% damage to a single opponent. This skill gains piercing shot if character has bullseye, of course. It gives character bind resistance for 4 turns, reduces character's action skill cooldown time by 1 when used in a successfully executed skill chain. So that's a technical hit. Reducing action skill cooldown time makes this a 3-turn and a 4-turn cooldown, which is really good. Also gives character ability to hide for 2 turns, which is insane, when used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain. So a double technical hit on this skill as well. She's going to be very decent for VE tower when it comes to technical hits. She does lack status elements though, so that is one thing to keep in mind. Her first auto skill is called Human Sniper Rifle. Gives a bullseye to character for 2 turns just from the start of battle, which is really good because that's going to give her pierce on her action skills, right? Gives character bullseye for 1 turn every 3 turns on top of that. So she'll have bullseye for the first 2 turns, and then on the 3rd turn she'll also have bullseye, you know, for your plus ultra turn. So you'll be getting the pierce up here turn number 3, which is just, that's so good. When character has bullseye, increases character skill impact by 35% and speed by 30%. So she just gets an innate 30% speed buff and skill impact buff. Like, she's going to do damage. She is going to do some good damage, guys. And then her second auto skill, One Hit Kill, gives character the ability to hide for 2 turns every 3 turns. So she's going to just be hiding all the time. When character is hiding, increases character's critical hit rate by 35% and critical skill impact by 25%. So she's getting a 35% skill impact increase here and a 25% critical skill impact increase here. That is a lot of skill impact increase. And then she's also getting an extra 35% crit rate. And she's getting speed. Let's also mention that. Like, she is every bit as insane and as broken as you would want her to be. Like, she's actually just nuts. But let's take a look at her art. So this is her unawakened art. Of course, from the anime this moment, I kind of actually love the art. It's very vibrant to me compared to like the dark moment that you see her in the anime. It seems like she's very, I don't know, the coloring kind of throws me off a little bit, but I do like it. And then we have, of course, the awakened art with the sniper rifle. I love that they've gone for the sniper rifle right here because I feel like we didn't really get a good look at it in the anime. So I love the fact that we are getting a full look at it right now, and it looks really, really good. There's one last thing we have to look at before we end off this video, and that is Lady Nagant's plus ultra animation. This will be my first time seeing it, so I'm going to react to it live with you guys. This plus ultra animation is provided courtesy of Hydros Impact. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, go check that out. All right, let's see what this is all about. Lady Nagant's plus ultra. Okay. Oh, she's got the air step. All right. Oh, the explosion at the end. I liked it. I liked it a lot. For a general pool unit, I like it. Right, only with the Impact Fest do we usually see the custom background. So for a general pool unit, for them to add the explosion and stuff, I like it. It's looking good. It's staying a lot more, I feel like, true to the source material compared to like what I thought Vigilante Deku did. So I am just this character, mommy. Oh my gosh. But let me know how you guys are feeling about it down in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year, and I need your guys' help. So please help me out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.